that as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington.
Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return setup here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Option play, and they'll give to Walker.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Lockett, the man in motion. They'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 63 yards.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape.
And he's going to go down again. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
They had the great field position to start that opening win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Allen now on 1st down. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it?
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, we're dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. It might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it
falls down incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So on fourth down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Allen looks to throw on second down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
All tied up, 6-6, our score after one. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run it again with Cook. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Weaver.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Allen. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And he forced this throw, nearly intercepted in the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fortunately, no turnover, but it is 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be blocked out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
25 yards that time.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
They run again on first down. Cook.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
From the 38, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks will get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They're going to look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Throwing on first down is Allen.
Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
On play action, Allen. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The Bills on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and the nose of the football. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. To throw again on second down. Allen setting up the screen for Cook. Gets past one man. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Allen off the play fake. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss
here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run the counter with Cook. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a first.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Gotta have this one.
That's complete. It's Cook. And he is going to have the Bills first down on a well-designed play there. That gets them 16 to move the chains.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion.
They find some open field here. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
They'll try the middle with Cook.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. If there was a time to break off a nice run like that, it was right here to grab the lead in the 4th.
And it's just so much stress on a defense in that situation because you're looking at the clock. What are we guarding against? What's the first thing, right? The strike to the end zone, throwing the ball. Instead, they come back and hit him with a run. Block it well, and how about the physical run he made? Terrific job finding his way to the end zone to give him the lead.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Lockett, the man in motion. Back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Lockett, the man in motion. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lockett, the man in motion. He's back to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. first down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Lock at the man in motion. He'll look to throw.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
56.
Running off tackle with Cook. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Third down. Here's a run by Cook.
Gets around him. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Point after try forthcoming. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
the gun now on third down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.